Guess what? Before we started the show, one of the ladies in the studio audience said she had to go and have a pee. So I said, well, on you go. I'm not a kidnapper. On you go and have a pee. But I had this idea, like, while she's at the bathroom, we could all hide. And then, when she comes back, it'll just be like, we'll get Andy Rooney to come in or something. It'll just be Andy Rooney. And like, she'll think she's gone through some kind of time war. Not that I'm in any way suggesting that Andy Rooney is outdated in any way, of course. Oh, come on. I love Andy Rooney with his rage about ridiculous things. Forks so pointy. Forks are really pointy. When I was young, I used to listen to Frank Sinatra albums. And forks were blunt. You could put a fork into a melon and it wouldn't work. Is that anything like Andy Rooney? Not really. It's a bit like Pee Wee Herman, though. Anyway, the thing is she still at the bathroom? I hope it was number ones. We shouldn't show her on the show, though. We shouldn't show you her coming back in from the bathroom. We shouldn't. All right, here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do, right? When she comes back, right? Just, what? All right, okay. Here's an update. Nothing happened. It's like during the election, like, today there still wasn't the election. Yes, we know. But when she does come back, what I think we should probably do is we'll just take a little shot of her and she won't know. So, oh, hi, come on back. No, come on back. It's all right. Come on back. Hi. It's all right. All right, well done. We didn't say anything about what was going on. Don't worry about it. We'll be right back with the show, everybody. It's hard to stay up. It's been a long, long day. And you've got the same man at your door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay. Tomorrow's just your future.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Hey, hi, hi. Hello, come on in. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I am your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Thank you. Thank you. All right, quietly now. That's enough. Whatever hand movements I have to make to shut you up, I'll do them. Galloping pony, sexy butterfly. It's a great day for America, everybody. Now, I say this every night, but of course, today's Veterans Day. So I thank you to all our veterans for your service to this country. I salute your courage, your sacrifice, and your patriotism. Thank you, veterans. Right. We'll be right back. No, listen, Sarah Palin did another interview today. It was the Today Show, wasn't it, Today? That's a great name for a show, isn't it? It's on Today, and they call it Today. And so she's been on now NBC, Fox News, the local news, the magazines. She's talking so much they can hear her from Russia. That was Russian. What do you think? It's good, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Russian Americans. Business Week magazine has listed the top 10 cities in which to raise children. In other news, Michael Jackson just announced a 10-city concert tour. The economic news is awful. It's going from bad to worse. The stock market went down 176 points today. I'm sorry to turn into a muppet, but 176 points. I mean, come on! Ferguson! The studies that bankruptcies are going on all over the place, that some brand name stores are going bankrupt. The Sharper Image went bankrupt. I know! Who would have thought that a place that sells useless garbage would go out of business? Oh, come on, Sharper Image was just gifts and toys for rich jerks. Oh, my wine gauge. Yeah, I got it at Sharper Image. It gauges my wine. So I know the correct level of jerkiness, I guess. I don't know. Sharper Image was the place in the mall where men go while women do the real shopping. That's all it was really for. Guys would go there, put their hand or your face or other parts of you into that pin thingy. So you get a little... Or test the massage chair. And then say, no, I don't want to buy a massage chair. Because you don't want a massage chair because they're crap. It doesn't feel like a massage. It feels like a kid sitting behind you on an airplane. Well, I don't know. Some people should look after their children. Nobody ever bought anything at Sharper Image. Obviously, they're bankrupt. Actually, that's not true. I bought a personal massager there once. Raoul, his name is. He's firm, but... got very gentle hands. I also got one of those little toys where the balls bang together. You know, the click-clack? You know that thing with the 6 balls inside a cage smashing into each other? Sounds like a party at Elton John's house. It's the... I made myself laugh. That's good. Do you know who else went bankrupt? Linens and things. I've gone bankrupt. I know. I think I saw that coming, though, because they didn't really care. Besides linens, they didn't care what they sold. They were like, yeah, we sell linens and things. You know, linens. I don't know, linens and stuff. What? Even Starbucks is in trouble. Starbucks. Yesterday, they reported their quarterly profit is down 97%. That's a lot. Now, listen, I've got some advice for Starbucks. I can turn their business around in 2 easy steps. Now, you listen to me, Howard Schultz. He's the CEO of Starbucks. He never listens to me. When I complained about them closing the bathroom at the Starbucks in Melrose, he, didn't care. Anyway, here's my advice to Starbucks. 1, stop selling CDs. If I wanted a CD, I would go back in time to when CDs were not obsolete. I want a coffee. I do not want smooth jazz, and I don't want a book about feelings. I want coffee. Number two, bring back the zucchini walnut muffin. What the hell is wrong with you? That thing is fantastic. The zucchini walnut muffin, it's nature's perfect food. It is delicious. It is profitable in many ways. Why would you get rid of the zucchini walnut muffin? That would be like NBC getting rid of their best late night guy. Why would you do it? Why? What the hell is wrong with you? Hey, Kevin, I think I could get a job at Starbucks. Why did he do an impersonation of Mickey Mouse? I don't know. Yesterday, Circuit City filed for Chapter 11. You know, this means flat screen TVs for everybody. I have never understood why it's called Chapter 11. Is there a book? Is that what it is? Chapter 1, we've got a lot of money. Chapter 2, we don't have as much money as we used to. Chapter 10, I'm kind of short on cash, dude. Can you show me where the sperm bank is? And then Chapter 11, bankruptcy. I think about bankruptcy, I think it's kind of cheating. It's kind of a get-out-of-jail-free card. Here's what I think. If you're going to go bankrupt, what you do is you write down the names of everyone you owe money to, you put the names on little pieces of paper, put them in a hat, then you take the hat out and set fire to it. I'll tell you a story about this. When I stopped drinking, I I owed a bit of money to some people, and I considered filing for bankruptcy. Then I decided, no, I was going to pay off all my debt. So I paid off everybody. And one of the people I had to pay off was in a bar in London. He was a guy who used to sell me medicinal goods. Recreational pick-me-ups, if you like. Cocaine. Anyway. So at this point, when I had to go to pay him back, by this point, I'd been sober 8 years. Now, obviously, I didn't rush into paying everyone back. Now, I went up and I said to him, I said, I don't know if you remember me. I owe you money for some stuff you sold me a long time ago. I gave him $120, and he said, no one's ever done that before. I said, I've ruined a lot of lives, but little moments like this make me being a drug dealer all worth it. And I'm like, what, you're crying? He said, no, I just don't have any cartilage in my nose. He said, do you want a gram of coke? I went, no, that's why I'm paying you back. He said, I can give you it on credit. That's a touching story, isn't it? We'll take a break. We'll be right back with the show.
If your life leaves you with questions, seek advice from under the sea. Dear Aquaman, please give your advice to me, Aquaman.
It is I, Aquaman, the nautical captain to your ship of insecurity. Thank you. Man, they get younger and hotter every day, don't they? This letter reads, Dear Aquaman, in a fight, who would win, Batman or Superman? The answer is easy, me! I could beat Batman and Superman if the fight was underwater. All of you.
Please give your advice to me, Aquaman.
There we go. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Anybody need to go to the bathroom? I do. Oh, no, everything's fine now. Anyway, I can't be mucking around talking about the bathroom. Actually, I can. I kind of do it every night. It's called potty humour. Do we have time for an email tonight, do we?
Yes,
Oh.
it's email time. Supermodel, London, Paris, Tokyo time. And little white lines of email tonight.
Yeah, 80s. It's email time. All right, this is from... no, not yet. No. This is from Scott in Scotland, not reallyville. Jerk. Scott says, what do you think the shape of the universe is? Oh, I don't know, Scott. Why don't you smoke another joint and tell me? I've just a great idea for a question. Oh, shut up. I think one thing worse than that is when people who are high write poetry. Oh, my God. All right, this is from Luciano in Porto Alegre in Brazil. Did we go out in Brazil? Woo! I'm getting waxed. I'm kidding, I've already been waxed. Hey there, Craig. What's the very best thing you've ever gotten in Hollywood Boulevard? I had a Brazilian, actually. Raul, his name was. A waxing. I had a Brazilian waxing where I was waxed to make it look like I enjoyed coffee more than I do. The only person that knew what I was talking about there was Scott, the high guy, really. All right, this is from Jasmine in Slovenia. Do we have any emails from America? What the hell? Not that there's anything wrong with getting an email from Slovenia. That's awesome. Do we go out in Slovenia? It's the YouTubes, isn't it? Ah, the YouTubes. We do very well on the YouTube. Sometimes we get upwards of 15 or 20 hits. That's what they call them, hits on the YouTube. We get 15 or 20 hits on the YouTube, whereas, you know, a pigeon finding a piece of gum on the sidewalk gets like 3 million hits. And people are like commenting, oh, this pigeon's hilarious! Anyway, Jasmine in Slovenia says, hi, Craig. I'm going through a very difficult period. Could you give me a hug and tell me everything's going to be okay? Yeah, I'll know. Stay there. Stay there, Jasmine. Come here. Come here.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It's okay. It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right, Jasmine. No, I can't right now. You're vulnerable. Oh, all right then. I'm kidding. All right, I hope that helps, Jasmine. Yeah. Now, I know what you're thinking. Craig, there are other cameras you could have hugged. Why did you walk all the way to that camera? I'll tell you why. It's the only one that's clean. Heard me, other dirty cameras. This is from Zia in Anaheim in California. Don't we have any emails from America? Zia says, Dear Craig, I'm looking for a middle name that begins with a Y. Can you give me a couple of suggestions for cool and sexy names that begin with the letter Y? Why? Why? No, I mean, why would you want a middle... I mean, don't you already have a middle... Oh, because her name's Xia. It starts with an X. So she wants a middle name that begins with a Y. Yo-Yo? Yolanda? Yvonne? Yvonne. You know, there used to be a waitress in a cafe that I went to back in the old country, and her name was Yvonne. And sometimes I would say, Yvonne, no clothes. And we'd laugh, and then she'd pour scalding hot coffee on my lap. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with Coolio, everybody. I can't get comfortable tonight. I'm all fussy. I know what I need. Discipline. My first guest tonight is the star of Coolio's Rules. It's on Tuesday nights on Oxygen. Take a look at this.
Coolio rule number 42. If you don't clean up before you go to bed, you're gonna end up cleaning your bed. All right, I got something for your ass. Man! Put their ass out. Don't nobody deserve to live in my house. Yeah, that looks nice.
Please welcome Coolio, everybody. Coolio. Hello, my friend.
How you doing, bro?
You know, I'm okay. I'm
First
okay.
of all, hold on. Put this on.
Oh, you got me a hat?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. Mm.
Now, hold on. I got a couple of bones to pick with you.
Yo, really? You're threatening me with a plastic knife?
Yeah.
You've mellowed somewhat.
That's a shank.
Oh, a shank. All right, then.
So, you know, I did a performance here, and
Yeah, it was great.
I didn't see it air.
Oh, we did. It's not aired yet? No.
No.
We recorded a song of yours and we've not played it on the air?
No. And the other thing is, wait.
What?
You got a wall of fame back there.
Yeah?
And
Yeah, and you're not on?
I'm not on it.
I got
don't.
a problem with that.
I am furious about this. Well, we'll play the song tonight.
Hold on,
How's
wait a
about that? We'll play the song tonight.
Hold on.
What? Oh, come on, man.
You hurt my feelings.
No, come on. Hey, come on. Let's hug it out. Come on. All right. It's all right. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. We'll play the song tonight. Well, it's a great song. I remember when we recorded.
Really
It was fantastic.
really.
Can't wait to see it again.
Saka Zulu.
It's Saka Zulu. That's the one.
So now let's talk about Coolio's rules.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we
Then
go.
let's go. Then talk about who lives in your house. Who are the people
I
that
have
didn't take?
4 children.
This was your kids?
Yeah.
You can't pour spaghetti and stuff on your kids. What age are they?
Well, they're 18. Well, at that time they were 18, 19, and 20.
Oh, you pour in. You like
And
them
15.
then. Yeah.
15, 18, 19, and 20.
Well, they should be. 18, 19, and 20, shouldn't they be out kind of
Well,
working?
yeah, I actually should put them out.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that, but we're in a recession right now. So
All right, fair enough. Are you
I
very...
don't want to go visit them at the Mission downtown.
No. No, that would make you feel guilty,
Yeah,
I suppose,
yeah.
Why were you messing up the house and throwing the garbage around?
Well, that's the way I discipline them.
You mess up your own
I
house?
stopped beating them. a couple of years ago.
Right. But I'm a little concerned that you're throwing trash over your own house. It's still
Oh, well,
you that lives there.
they cleaned it up.
Oh, they cleaned it up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well,
Just made them have more to clean up, and then that way, next time, they'll clean up before they go to bed. My mother used to put the dishes in my bed and make my bed.
The dishes in your bed and then...
Look, and I'd get in bed and stick my feet in some spaghetti water. Do you know what that feel like?
What?
Spaghetti water.
Spaghetti water on your feet?
Yeah. In the middle of the night.
Of all the
It'd be
things
like-
I've
it'd be
done,
like-
I've never done
no, it'd
that,
be like-
actually.
No, it'd be like, cling-a-ling, ling-a-ling, ling.
Isn't that a little bit insane?
Well, somewhat.
Right, okay. Well,
I got beatings though, I got
What, when you were from...
Oh.
That how you were disciplined? You
hell
were,
to the yeah.
hell to the yes. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
My mother, I remember one time I had a blind uncle that stayed with us.
Right.
He got shot.
Right, okay.
And he got blinded.
Oh, you got blinded by the shooting?
Yeah.
Well, this is hilarious.
Yeah, so let me tell you. So he had a tape recorder. It was the first tape recorder I saw.
Right.
With a rechargeable battery.
Did
It
he-
had braille on the little buttons and everything.
Right.
It was a cassette.
Cassette
Old school.
recorder, yeah.
Good. So I had a 10-speed, with a bike rack on it.
Right.
And I'd get some, those little stretch things just put on the bike.
Yeah, these little bendy bungee cords. they
Bungee
call it.
cords.
Yeah, bungee cords,
I'd,
yeah.
put it on the back of my bike and roll,
Right.
I had sounds on my bike.
Well, that's good.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And then, batteries were expensive then as they still are expensive now.
Batteries?
Batteries.
What kind of batteries are we talking
D
about?
batteries.
D batteries?
Yeah.
They're expensive.
No, we used to have those big
Come
radios.
on.
Come on, you
You're
seen...
wearing the Ed Hardy clothing and you're the
No, I'm
big-time
talking-
rap star. You can afford a
No.
damn battery.
I'm talking about back in the day.
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the day when I was stealing corn chips from the corner store.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, and somehow the cord got cut. And I had been told several times, not to touch that tape recorder.
Right.
So this particular morning, I think I was about 14 or 15, I woke up with a extension cord wrapped around my whole rib cage.
I've had that happen to me.
Flap! I was like, ah!
Really?
I damn near hit the ceiling.
Really?
And I had on some dun-da-da-duns. You know what those are?
Dun-da-da-duns?
They're
I
they're
hardly dare ask.
They're like the little Aquaman drawers you had on.
Yeah?
I had on
Are you
some of
wearing
those.
dun-da-da-duns now?
No.
Okay.
I don't do that anymore. Anyway, so I snatched the extension. This is my last whooping, too.
Yeah.
I snatched the extension cord out of here, and I ran outside about 8:30 in the morning with dun-da-da-duns on. No
Why are they
shirt, no
called
shoes.
dun-da-da-duns?
That's what we call them in the hood. Dun-da-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun. That's how you look, kind of Aquaman-ish.
Right, okay, I get
I
it.
like the Aquaman bit.
You like the Aquaman? I
Yeah.
have to work out a lot for that,
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw your
I've let
pecs,
myself go, yeah.
Your
Do you-
chest plates.
Do you work out a lot? Do you do a lot of the...
Not as much as I used to. I mean,
Yeah.
I still try to stay fit. I'm definitely not out of shape.
Are you still doing the cooking? You do
Absolutely.
Yeah?
We're getting ready to shoot the next season of the cooking show probably in December.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and the cookbook.
You know what you should do? Christmas recipes. You know,
really,
that would be nice.
I don't do Christmas and Thanksgiving that much. Man.
What the? What? Mr. Scrooge? Why? Why, Mr. Scrooge?
Well, I don't want my kids to get any more than they already getting. You know, I'm trying to...
It's just been great seeing you again. And, we should play this song.
Yes. The new album is called Still Here.
Still Here.
Still Here.
And it's coming to everybody.
Stealhear.
That's
still.
very important, and you're getting it in Starbucks. Good night, everybody.
Still Here.
Everybody, my next guest co-wrote a book. Yes, people are still reading them. You can get them at Starbucks. The book is called Tim and Tom, an American comedy in black and white. Please welcome Tom Dreesen and Tim Reid, everybody. Tom Dreesen and Tim Reid. Tom, welcome, Tim. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Tim. Now, you were... First of all, let me just say Happy Veterans Day. You're a veteran, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Thank you very
thank
much.
you for... Happy Veterans Day. Is it happy? I don't think it's Happy Veterans Day. It's just Veterans Day. You say thank you on Veterans Day. So thank you, Tom.
No, thank you.
Now, you guys were the first black and white comedy team in America, right?
And the last.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when's the next one?
Well, until Obama and McCain finished their comedy.
I don't know how much of a team they were. Was it very controversial at the time when you guys were on?
Yeah, I mean, we were not only America's first black and white comedy team, like I said, but we were the last. We were the first to do it live anywhere in America. So we worked all white clubs in the North and the South, and we worked all black clubs in the North and the South. So, and no one had ever seen a white guy and a black guy on stage having a discourse like we were having.
What kind of discourse did you have? Was it?
We talked about what was going. This is like 1969. You know, we just had the Democratic Convention in Chicago in '68. We lost two great leaders, anti-war Vietnam demonstrations, race riots. So we'd go out and make people laugh.
It's a good time for a black comedy team. Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
we're a bit insane.
This book here, this cover here, this is the cover. This is us on stage. We used to do a routine where I was interviewing the first black president of the United States. This was 40 years ago.
Wow.
40 years ago. And people would say to us, one critic once said to us, the material is a little bit unrealistic, like they're interviewing a black president of the United States. I wonder where he's at now.
Yeah. Well, it did come as something of a shock to a lot of people, though, I think. Yeah. Now, did you meet any prejudice on the road because you were working together? I mean, when you were moving, because you said you played in the South, you played in the North, the white clubs, the black clubs.
We played, there were no comedy clubs back then, so you had to work wherever you could get. But I think the fourth time we were on stage, a guy put a cigarette out of my face. And a fight broke out. We got into this.
That's a very extreme heckle, isn't it? That's too much heckling.
Well, comedy was a blood sport then.
Yeah, right.
And then he tried to beat me half to death,
Well, who did he hate? He hated the black guy and the white guy?
The interesting thing about racism in those days, it probably exists today, although America is not a racist country, and this last election proved that. There are racist incidents, but it's not a racist country.
Right.
Those incidents in those days, if there was a black guy who didn't like white folks, and we were working a black club, he didn't like white people with a passion. He wasn't mad at me. He was mad at Tim for being with me. If there was a white guy who hated black people, he wasn't mad at Tim. He's mad at me for being with Tim, So after
I can't keep up with that.
After that brawl that night, we got in the car, and it was fourth time we were ever on stage. If we were ever going to quit, we should have quit that day. But we get in the car, Tim's all scarred up, I'm all beat up, I can hardly breathe. We get in the car to go home, and Tim looked at me and he said, "Welcome to show business."
Now, how long? I mean, you guys don't do the double act anymore, do you? No. How long were you on the road then? How long?
6 years. About 6 years. We toured together from 1969 to 1975.
So, is it kind of like a friendly divorce? Friendly divorce. Friendly divorce.
Wait. Let me ask my friend plaintiff.
No, you never sued each other or anything like that?
Oh, no.
Friends?
I was his biggest fan. Yeah, I mean, if you read the book, we have a different opinion as to why.
Please read the book.
Yeah.
We have a different opinion of why the act broke up, but to me, it was like a broken marriage. It broke my heart because I thought we were going to become the greatest comedy team this nation had ever known. I really believed that, at the time.
Right. You still might. You've got your rest
I don't
of your
want to
lives
split the
ahead
check.
of you.
We don't want to split the check. No.
Did you ever run into any censorship problems? Did anyone try and stop you, doing any particular material because it was race-based material?
No, you got to realize back then comedy was certainly different. We didn't have all the pundits. You really lived and died by your own word. And back then you could do racial comedy. Today you couldn't do it. I mean, the pundits would drive us crazy. Somebody would YouTube us and we'd be out of business.
Yeah.
Because it would be out of context. So it was a little easier back then if you had the guts to go there. There weren't but a couple of people doing racial comedy. Dick Gregory, Godfrey Cambridge before he passed, and Tom and I. Everybody, Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor were doing mainstream humor.
Right.
They weren't really doing racial humor.
And by the way, not every routine Tim and I did were about race. We did routines where going to get a hamburger or something, but the thing was, we were having a discourse. In those days, as in now, black and white folks won't have the discourse with one another. Tim and I were the discourse they wouldn't have. Right. So we were on stage having fun, a black guy and a white guy on stage having a lot of fun. Even if we weren't talking about race, it was racial.
Right, of course, just by the very fact that you were doing it. Yeah.
Black guys and white guys didn't ride around in a car in those days or go have dinner together in those days, let alone appear on stage.
It happens all the time. Now, West Hollywood, you see black guys and white guys together all the time. All the time.
By the way,
it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful... Now, was it a bit like that with you guys?
Oh, he'll tell you a story.
Because we weren't getting any money. We'd split sometimes $100 and we'd drive 600 miles to get there. We were coming back from a gig late one morning, about 2 or 3 in the morning. We had to stop because we were tired driving. We checked into a motel, and because we were splitting the money, we couldn't afford 2 rooms, so we all bunked together.
Hello, here we go.
Hello.
Okay,
So
let me
we
just get that. Keep going, I'll do the saxophone music.
So we'd walk in and say, we'd like to have a room, 1 please, and he'd go, oh, you want a king or queen? And we said, give us a room. We didn't mind if they thought we were gay, just want them to know we were mean.
In those days, I had a wife and 3 kids. He had a wife and 2 kids, and we were making the most money we ever made at one time was Playboy clubs. We got $700 a week, which is $350 to split. Plus, we had to pay for our own transportation, and everything, and to support.
You played the Playboy clubs
All
for
of them.
years.
Yeah,
how was that fun? I'm
lot
nostalgic
of
about that, and I was never there.
We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Even working at the clubs were pretty good too.
Tim was the one that coined the phrase, "I've never met a bunny I didn't like." No.
Well, listen, the book seems fascinating, and you're to be celebrated for your groundbreaking work. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Tom Dreesen and Tim Reid, everybody. Thank you. Thanks,
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You know when Coolio was here earlier and he was talking about that time that he was here a long time ago and we recorded a song that he'd performed and then we never played it on the air. How we laughed. But when I think about it now, it was a great night back then. Coolio was getting ready to do his song and, oh gosh, I wish you could have been there.
If I was your boyfriend, if I was your boyfriend, but I'm not your boyfriend. If I was your boyfriend, I'll show you how to get bucked. I'll show you how to get sprung. If I was your boyfriend, I'll show you how I get tongue. I'll show you how I touch lung. If I was your boyfriend, I'll show you how I hit some. Making other boyfriends look like pup. You be saying daddy cool when I get done. Go to sleep, wake up, and it's still long. No artificial help, get my real on. Old enough to be your pops and I'm still strong. Young enough to buy a drink and take a girl home. When I get to my crib, she gon' give me. When I'm through with a homie, I'ma send her back. With her legs all wobbly and a burn nap. No number to my phone, I'ma leave it alone. That's your girl, homie, mine at home. Your boyfriend. If I was 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 your boyfriend.
Look, if I was your man, we get the grand long walks on the sand. Simple a little bit, but I can't hold your hand. Gotta understand that I'm only your friend. With benefits that mean new grip. You buying that new fits, new kicks. Girl, use the
I'm your pimp.
Fit right together like
Chips and dip.
Hey, now if you're my girl, we can sail the sea, fly around the world. Show you new things you ain't saw before. I rock your world,
Come join me, girl.
somewhere posted.
Floating on the ocean.
Big yacht cruising.
Glasses toasting.
She love my stroke, love my motion, love my passion, love my emotion.
If I was your boyfriend.
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 If I was your boyfriend. If I
But
was
I'm not your boyfriend.
If I was your boyfriend, I'd be that iller. If I had to, I'd be that killer. Be that hustler. Hard head, comb up. These scrapes don't want no trouble. Tickle me like pussy cats and we gon' bubble. Homies can't see me with rubble. If I was your boyfriend, I'd be that gangster to keep that backboard banging. Making no beat to the sounds of the best friend singing. I'll get it at all angles. A little pleasure, a little pain. All in the game when you do the hot damn on that thing. You got that twang. Damn, it tastes like tang. Make the average homie wanna cop that rain. Drive cars, country, and hop that plane. Put that thing on lockdown and stop that. If I was your boyfriend. 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 But I'm not your boyfriend. Aye. If I was your boyfriend. If I was your boyfriend. If I was your boyfriend. But I'm not your boyfriend. Aye.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
You're welcome, stoners. Dude, it's the only reason I watch this show. Is to see what that little cat's gonna do at the end. He took off tonight. Into space. What did we learn on the show tonight? Well, we learned... Oh, I think we learned that I showed remarkable restraint in not making fun of the lady that had to go to the bathroom right at the beginning. No point. I did not make fun of her. Do you know what I never understood? When people, get embarrassed about going to the bathroom, who doesn't go to the bathroom? Like, excuse me, can you tell me where your bathroom is? I'm one of those people that has to go to the bathroom. Like, who does that? Apart from, Her Majesty the Queen of England. And I'm guessing that she does sometimes go to the bathroom. On state occasions. I'd like to go to the bathroom. Is that too much? I'm sorry. Oh, it was too much. All right, thanks very much. Anyway, what else did we learn on the show? Well, not a lot. It's not a show where you learn a lot of things. We learned that Starbucks are, unless they take my advice, they're going down. Really. We learned that the zucchini walnut muffin has to come back. I think everybody feels the way I do, but the zucchini walnut muffin. And other than that, no, I don't think we learned anything. In fact, I think I can safely say we wasted our time. So, that's about it, I think, really. I don't know if I've got anything else to say. Other than, I think tonight this show will get a lot of hits on the YouTubes. 10, 15, 20. All right, go to bed. Good night, everybody.